our main purpose should be to talk to other people and let them know what we believe, hoping that someday we'll be able to win them and they will also come in the fold of Jesus Christ. I am from the country of Pakistan. Pakistan is 90% Muslims and about 10% Christians and other minority religious groups and all that, One of my friends, he and I were coming from a city. The name of the city where we lived was Lahore. And on the way, there was a gentleman. His name was Victor. We started talking to each other. Mr. Victor, what are you doing in Lahore? He said, I want to become a dentist. Someday I'll finish my course. And then he asked us several questions about our church. He had heard that there is a Seventh-day Adventist church, but he didn't know what we believe and all that. He said, do you have any doctor in your church who's doing dentistry? I said, yes, we have a dentist here, Dr. Nicola. He has a clinic in Rawalpindi, and he is a good friend of mine too. So we started talking like that. Anything that would interest him, he would ask a question. He said, these were wonderful people. And they said they have a dentist who's working in Rawalpindi. When I finish my course, he can give me a job in his clinic. So I recommended him, and finally he was taken to work with our Seventh-day Adventist doctor. And he worked with him for 8 years. Dr. Victor was not that type of man who will give Bible study, but his only thing which he could work, and that was his practical life, Whatever he believed, people saw him practice. So this is what was happening with Dr. Victor. So after 8 years, one day somebody asked us that this man is here with you in the church for 8 years. Why he is not baptized? Well, I said, we are trying, but we'll keep on trying. And it's the Lord's will. Whenever God wants him to be baptized, he will be baptized. Finally, we spoke to him, prayed with him, said, you have stayed for 8 years now. If you are convinced what he believed, let us know whether you would like to join our church. He said, my father is in charge of my life. So I said, so what do you want us to do? He said, I want to go to my father and tell him about the Sabbath, tell him about the baptism, other things which Adventist Church disagree with others, We were very anxious to know whether Dr. Victor's father would say yes or no of joining our church through baptism. Well, he came back and we asked him, he said, sorry, my father is the head of another church, and he thinks if my son accepts another church, what example I could give as a leader of my church? So he said no. But after a few months, Dr. Victor said, let me try again. Go back to my home where my father is and ask him again and give him more reasoning why I should join that church. So he went and came back, and this time he said, I have a good news. My father said, no, son, I would not interfere in your decision. You go ahead. Whatever you think is the best, do it. So he was baptized. During that time, till they were baptized, since I was the instrument of bringing them in the church, I made sure that I do everything possible to give the family a good example, because I believe every place where we go, our goal should be to give the impression to other people what we believe and let them see if they can join our church, and that through our good example, they will also bring many people in the fold of Jesus Christ. I am Pastor John Mall, and this is my story.
I'm Pastor Tara Van Cross, and we're so glad that you've tuned into our Azure Hills Church YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, and click on the bell so that you'll be notified every time we share new videos. We are so glad that you're here. Until next time, please know that we're praying for you as you continue to be a voice of hope.